friends, this is Jasmine with JD Wax, and in today's episode we're going to learn how to use Viking knit. I'm going to use this Lazy Daisy is what it's called, and a draw plate in order to create a chain kind of like this one. So let's get started. Okay, so for this project, we're going to be using our flat nose pliers, and I do have a cutter in the middle right here so that I can snip my wire. I don't need any more pliers than this. I'm going to use 24 gauge half hard sterling silver wire because I've been wanting a Viking knit chain for quite some time now. I'm going to be using a Lazy Daisy and a draw plate. Okay, so first you're going to cut off a strand of wire, and we're going to go ahead and just pick a hole. Now this has 12 holes in it, and just put it down and hold the wire there. Now since this has 12, we're only going to use 6. So then we're going to skip a hole, put one down in there, and make sure that the wire is going over the last wire that you put in. So here it's going to come over this wire, and it's going to form a loop. Make sure you hold that tail down. And it's going to form a loop, just like this. And then you're just going to keep going, skip a hole, put it straight down, make it come through, and form a loop. Now once you get that done, you're going to take the end of your wire and you're going to go behind the first loop that you made. So you're going to go behind and pull it tight. And you're going to pull it over the other wire because you got to make sure that you're going to do the loops for the next row. Go behind the loops. And that's what it's going to look like. And so after you've woven the two weaves, we're going to take our weaving wire and we're going to go through the top one. So this is 1, 2, and then 3. And just keep doing the 3, so it's going to look kind of like that. And you do have to make sure that these loops are going to be big enough to where you can fit wire underneath them later. Because I know, did you realize that I made these ones smaller? Well, these loops are going to have to be just a little bit bigger to go underneath them so that you can use them for the next row. And you're just going to keep doing that until you get all the way back around. Now once you get here, you're going to be going underneath the 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be the one underneath the one you just did. And you're just going to continue that until you're almost out of wire. And then you're just going to tuck it underneath, because you don't want it to poke you later. And then you'll just take your next wire, pull this down, and underneath. Make sure your wire is going underneath. Because if it's underneath, then it's going to be easier to hide it when you start pulling your wires. So then to attach it, you're just going to go down how you did before when you were putting it in here, but you're going to put it through the loop that you just ended on. So see, you're going to add it just like that and hold on to it. And then just keep on wrapping from there. You'll just keep going. Go 1, 2. And it should be the one below the one you just did. And just keep going like that. Alright. So I have woven about almost a foot. It's like 11.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And I had already tucked the tail. I tucked the tail in it so that I won't be catching on anything. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top of the Lazy Daisy and I'm going to just cut off all of the loops that went into it. Just like that. Now I'm going to take all these little pieces and I'm going to just set them off to the side, because you can, if you need a little scrap piece of wire, it'll be right there. Or if you want to melt them down, they're right there. And then you're just going to take the Lazy Daisy off. Pull all of the extra little pieces out. And any other little pokey bits that you might see, you can go ahead and take those and turn them in. Just put them into the big hole. There you go. Just like that. So this is what you end up with. And because I'm notorious for losing pieces of stuff, I'm going to go ahead and put that back on there. Put this off to the side where I know it's going to be. Alright. So now, what I'm going to do is I have all of this scrap wire laying around. And I'm just going to take a piece of scrap wire and I'm going to thread it through the top holes. Just like that. And then bring it up and I'll twist it with some pliers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for each one, and you're just going to go straight across to the adjacent one. So this one is going to come through here, this one is going to come through here. So now with all of them together, I'm just going to twist them all together so that they stay together and it'll be easier to pull through. Just like that. Now, I'm going to take my handy-dandy draw plate, and they are all marked. This is a 5/8, 9/16, ½ inch, 7/16, 3/8, 5/16, 1/4, 7/32, 3/16, 5/32, and 1/8. And that's as small as it'll go. Now, I'm not sure about the triple Viking knit, but I could only get my single Viking knit all the way down to, I think it was a 3/16. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull this all the way through as far down as I can, and then I'll just get back to you. And how you do that is you just put it up against the plate and take your pliers and you just pull it through. And then you go down to the next one and just take your pliers and pull it through. And like it's already gotten smaller and tighter. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's already gotten smaller and tighter. So then we're going to go down to the ½ inch. See, already smaller and tighter, and it's getting more flexible too. I'm going to go ahead and continue that. Okay, so I was able to get this to go all the way down to the 7/32. And as you can see, it was starting to tear up my draw plate, so that's where I stopped. Apparently I need a metal draw plate. I'll be sure to find one of those somewhere now. Especially if I'm going to start doing the Viking knit more. On the other hand, this looks beautiful. This looks absolutely beautiful. I love how that turned out. And like there's still shards from the draw plate still on it. But my goodness, look how beautiful that is. Oh my god, see if I can get even closer. Oh my gosh. I'm like freaking out. Look at how beautiful that is. Ooh-wee. It's tight. And other shards of the draw plate. I just can't believe how beautiful this turned out. Now all that's left is for me to put on some ends, and then this chain will be ready. And we should probably take out all of these extra stuff that's not sterling silver. That might help a little bit. So I'm just gonna twist it the other way to make it come undone, and then just pull it back through. Here's what the ends look like. So I'm going to get some sterling silver caps to go on these. So then all I have to add is a sterling silver jump ring and a sterling silver clasp. And then you won't even see those ends anymore. You'll just see this beautiful chain. Oh God, I'm in love with this. I'm absolutely in love with this chain. Gosh. Well, this has been JD Wax. This has been Jasmine with JD Wax. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Keep on keeping on. And have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.